Hey guys, we're back. This time we're taking a look at the Starcadia Quest expansion Showdown. And this one's not so much as an expansion as kind of a side game on its own, but it's a neat thing that allows you to use your characters from your existing Arcadia Quest games in Starcadia Quest. And it has a little like arena PvP thing that is really interesting, and I like the way they kind of pieced it together. If you backed it on the Kickstarter, you got the exclusive Needles guy, so he's here too. So we can take a look at it and see what's in the box. So inside the box we have player boards. On the front side they have the Starcadia side, where you have 2 characters with 4 equipment each here. On the flip side, you get 3 characters with 4 equipment each, which is the Arcadia style way. They even have a section for mounts and pets off to the sides. But they come in the basic 4 guilds. Would have been nice to see the other 4 guilds from Inferno on here too, because I know a lot of people like to play the specific guild types, like the snakes, the sharks, and would have been nice to see those available as an option. We have a little rules flyer here. It's super thin. Shows all the contents of what's in here. And then a quick overview in how to set it up. Some things are different because of the way the game works. You can see there, 2 members with their equipment as opposed to the 3 you normally get. And then some additional rules in the back. I have not actually tried this yet because I'm not a huge fan of PvP. I bought this more for the cards to use my Arcadia Quest characters in Starcadia Quest. Next thing we have our board, and this is a huge board as far as the tiles go in Arcadia and Starcadia Quest. And it's basically 2, what are these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 2 slightly bigger tiles than Starcadia Quest has. There's our Arcadia Quests are 3 by 3. The Starcadia Quests are 4 by 4. These are actually 5 by 4 times 2. So you're actually getting a 5 by 8, which is a huge, huge battlefield. And they have the spawn points already marked off for you, as well as some items on there. There's 2 different layouts. I think this one is for 2-player. Yeah, this one's for 2-player. This one's for 4-player. But cool board. I wish it was tiles though, so you could use it in combination with the other games. All they had to do was give you spawn tiles that you could attach on like you do in Starcadia Quest. And they could have just made this out of maybe 4 actual tiles. You would have a slightly bigger map to play with and extra tiles that you could use in your base game. So kind of a letdown there, but still nice to have the arena to use. So they did give you quite a nice tray in here for your cards. I'm not sure what's supposed to go in here. They didn't really specify. It comes with a bag in there. I'm not sure. I think this bag might be included in all of them. But it's a dice bag, storage bag, whatever you want to use it for. I'm not exactly sure. It's just kind of occluded. Maybe you put tokens in it or something. As for the rest of the insert, they of course didn't tell you how to mix anything up, so I kind of separated it out by item type just so I could look at them. You have some extra portal tokens in here, so you can place them around the maps to add extra portals. There's a couple gadget tokens in here, because there's tile gadget spawns on there. And then you have these neat little trays to put all of your equipment in. Actually a decent insert. And then they included cards for all of the characters from the original box set, the Inferno box set, as well as some of the expansions, and I think the retail characters, but they skipped over like the Kickstarter exclusives and things like that. And then some of them got overhauls, like Maya here, since her main ability in Arcadia Quest was the ability to exhaust a spell twice. Well, there are no spells, there's no magic in Starcadia Quest, so they had to change her ability up. and allows her to roll extra dice if she's near a portal. Everybody else's, I mean, is pretty much the same. Anybody who had to deal with magic got an overhaul, though. Spike got a little bit of a nerf because he's kind of overpowered. They gave, yeah, just made people overall more useful. One thing you got to keep in mind, too, is that there's no longer the black dice for attack and white dice for defense. So they had to kind of modify those. Change a little bit of wording for things like that. These are all the retail characters. Nibbles didn't change at all. More retail characters. I think all the rest of these might be retail. Oh no, these are the Inferno characters. So there should be a set of 12 of those as well. Jack's annoying in any game. Oh, and the Angels from Inferno. The Angels got included as well. And that's just half of the character cards. There's another whole set here. So yeah, Greenwood and Oak are from the Pets expansion, I think. These are some more retail characters. Fallen Angel, he was actually a promo, so maybe there are a handful of promos in here. Gaston, they were from the Riders. Then you have some of the guys from Masmora. There were supposed to be the 5 guys from the original Masmora and 5 guys from the Masmora Adventure Pack. Instead, there's only 4 total, I think, from them. You have Jay, Greybark, Damien, and Nafar. There's no Valerie. I think she's the only one missing out of the base set. And then none of the guys from the add-on. No, the Wizard. Can't think of his name. He was in the base set too. Nope. They just went with one of each. So you got one of each of the pets in there. And then one of each of the mounts as well. And I don't think those include the add-on mounts. No, it's just the mounts from the base game in there too. So a ton of characters in there, just kind of let down that we were promised some that didn't get put in there, and that's kind of disappointing. Especially if one of those, like Val from the Masmora is one of my favorite characters, and she's not there. And it was supposed to be. I already mentioned the portal tokens and the gadgets. There is a ton of new gear, and I haven't sorted out what's what yet for some of its starting equipment, some of its upgrades. All sorts of new loot though. And there's some old school stuff too. We got some swords, power swords, and the like. I think these ones are all shields, gloves, helmets, just other miscellaneous stuff. But yeah, sadly, unless you backed at the Kickstarter and got needles, there is no character included in this set, which is very disappointing. Almost all the other expansions came with at least 2 heroes in them. For this one, we got Needles, the Fencing Master. He attacks with a melee weapon. His target rolls -2 defense dice, which is pretty nice, especially since the base guys have defense now. Then we have Needles there. Overall, this is a cool expansion in the fact that it allows you to basically double the number of available characters by bringing in existing favorites from the base Arcadia games. It's, of course, a little disappointing that not all of them are in there, but there's a lot of Kickstarter exclusives and ones that were kind of rare and hard to come by, which I don't blame them for not making. The ones that really disappoint me are the ones that we were told we were going to be getting from Masmora and things like that that aren't in there, but they took the time to make the pets and mounts in there. I would have much rather had them put in extra characters and ignore the mounts. Pets, maybe, because Starcadia Quest has the Build-A-Bots, so that kind of balances out. But there's nothing in Starcadia Quest to rival the mounts, and I'm not a big fan of them anyway, so I can see leaving those out completely and using those extra card slots for some of the missing characters. Anyway, that's everything that comes with the Showdown expansion for Starcadia Quest. Again, you only get Needles if you backed at Kickstarter and got the bonus for him. He will not be in the set if you buy it at retail, so keep that in mind. But everything else you see here is in. I'm pretty sure that the bag is even in the retail one. It's actually shown on the back of the box, so. In the end, though, there's 84 new cards in there. Now, granted, a handful of them are used for the pets and the mounts, but that's a big chunk of characters that you can add to your roster for Starcadia Quest. It should keep the game new and fresh for a long time with that kind of variety. Even if you're not backing this game at Kickstarter and you're buying this later on, you're getting into the game, it may be worth picking those up just to be able to use all those existing Arcadia Quest characters in your game, since you can't get the box of exclusive models that came in the Kickstarter for Starcadia. This will give you a huge variety of characters to play, even if you weren't a backer of Starcadia. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for our look at the Starcadia Quest Showdown expansion. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.